Grand Rising all. Um, was considering I was inspired recently. One of the folks, two of the folks, um, were doing they were doing improvements or they had moved and they were showing me they did their own little walkthroughs of the new places that they were living. But this is a view at the end of my street, um, and I wanted to kind of share um, like if you've ever considered like micro living or really downsizing. This might be a way to go for you. You never know. But it's a mobile home community, a seaside mobile home community. I live about a mile from the ocean. Um, and half the people that live here in this community, half of them live here year round in Maine, southern coast of Maine. And the other half are what you would call snowbirds, and they go down to Florida or down to the southern warmer states during the winter, and like a lot of retired folks. But this home, um, there's my car. That's the end of my house. I think it's very important to note, um, pan up the street. The homes are right up on each other, but it's very quiet. You can probably hear the traffic in the distance, and that's about, I'm going to say, a football field, 2 football fields away. That's like the main turnpike, highway, motorway. Um, but for a friend, that's the tree I planted about 4 years ago. And when I first planted it, I could fit my hand around the stump, and now it's well above the roof line. But anyway, that's the front of my home. Who's that guy right there? That's my dog Jake. If you guys have ever heard me mention my dog Jake, there he is. He's a very happy dog. Um, yeah, he's a good guy. He's very content just to be hanging out outside. There's one of my little gardens right there. And there's my tree with my little Buddha statue. But very proud of that tree. It's brought me a lot of happiness and a lot of shade on hot days. And 45 triple threes, 333. Nice little sitting area. Like I said, the homes are right up on each other. But I have the freedom to have a little garden. There's my little garden shed back there. I have some nice roses. Um, Another little garden. Don't mind the garbage bag. I was cleaning my house out, but underneath that black tarp right there is a generator because in Maine we have some pretty brutal winters, and there's the occasion or two during the winter where you lose power. So here we go. As you can see too, that burn mark, that wasn't from me. I ain't gonna own that, but somebody had their grill a little too close to the house and they burned that. They melted it, but as you can see, the exterior of the house is in very good shape, minus the odd dinger. The weather is still pretty nice. I have my window fan going for exhaust and intake. It's nice. Not that you can see it, but I put a new roof on, and it's architectural shingles. So they're like basically lifetime shingles. They'll last forever as long as there's no damage. And I don't know if you're going to be able to read this, but this is a gift that somebody got me recently. Um, it's kind of hard to read, but it says, "Hold on, I'm probably not wearing any pants." And that is the story of my life, man. When I go in the house, and welcome, by the way. Um, Welcome. That's the story of my life, man. When I'm in my house, it's game on, playing naked bongos in the living room. But let me first start. I'll just do a quick pan. That's the front window that you were just looking at. You know, decent sized kitchen. The stats on this place are 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, living room, kitchen, forced hot air heat. I have a television, but I don't have cable. I just, you can see I watch movies, or I have my TV hooked up to my computer, so my TV is actually my computer monitor. Um, I digress. But this entire place, I don't know if you guys are familiar. You go to a paint store and somebody screws up the paint, or they order a color they don't like, and you can buy a gallon of paint for $2. So when I first bought this place, it was destroyed. Okay, it was destroyed. The windows were all broken. The cabinets were all broken. With all respect to the former owner, the story that I was told about his presence here, he bought the home brand new, and then he had some severe financial trouble. And from what I understand, based on what my neighbors have told me, who knew him, he had some emotional problems, and he ended up the bank foreclosed on him, whatever, and he was evicted. But prior to being evicted, he destroyed the place, like kind of a big fuck you to the bank and whatever. And I understand, no hard feelings on my part. But going back to the paint, he had painted the entire place pink, like he had gotten this like bulk paint sale, and it was a gross color pink. And he had painted the walls, the cabinets, everything that could be painted was painted pink, with the only exception of the spare bedroom, and that was painted like this weird dark color purple. I don't, whatever it was, but everything was broken. Every cabinet. I'll start walking through. There's my little wall of fame. What that is some just nice correspondence from people that I had exchange with, or encounters with, or experiences with, that there was maybe an expression of gratitude through a greeting card or a letter or something, or and that wall has it has come to mean a lot to me. um, why, when I get discouraged, I look at that and I remember why I am who I am. um, but this is a walkthrough. um, Stay focused. That refrigerator I got for free. That stove there I got for free. The dishwasher, and when I say free, free brand new. The Part of my job when I used to work for this community, we would do demolishes. We would demolish old homes, just like they were going to do with this one. And whatever was left behind by the former owner, either the company or the employees, the company would have first dibs to offer it to a resident who they might know needed something, or they would offer it to the employees, and we could go into demolishing a home that was going to be demolished, and basically help ourselves to whatever was left behind, salvage. So that stove was actually brand new in one home. They hadn't even installed it yet. That's a $1,200 stove, and I got it for free. That refrigerator was brand new. That was a gift from my sister. She had that. Again, it was brand new. She hadn't even used it. She was intending to use it as a spare refrigerator, for a spare refrigerator. Um, anyway, so everything here is new. It's only a couple of years old, but every cabinet was broken. Every cabinet door. There was holes in the walls. This freestanding like pantry cabinet, it was wrecked. It was wrecked. This whole place was wrecked. And as you notice, if you look closely, you'll see that there's no trim on the windows. All the windows in my house are brand new. Um, I just never, I never got around to putting the trim on. This floor here, the wood floor. Um, so basically, everything I did a tile floor in the kitchen, fixed, repaired all the cabinets, painted them. I don't like that color. It was not, speaking of bad colors, it was not the color that I was trying to match. But I used it, and it's a good paint. It's a very high quality paint. Um, and when the time comes that I might sell this place, I'll paint everything white and do like a blank canvas. But this floor, this fake wood floor, I left. I if any of you are familiar, I'm letting my dog in, so please bear with me for 1 second. There he is again. Come here, dude. Let me get that collar off of you. This is Jake. He's an awesome dog. He's 13 years old, but look at he's 13. Look at him hop up on that couch. I love that dog. I love you, dude. um, so yeah, all the windows are brand new. I did that. Um, but I didn't do the trim. I have the trim. I have the materials to do it, but just the spirit is willing, the flesh is weak. Hard floors in a mobile home, going back to the floors again. Hard floors, I know that that's like the style. Everybody wants, hardwood floors, but in a mobile home, you might want to reconsider that. I have a foundation, I have a slab. Many mobile homes are still directly in contact with the ground. They're lifted up off the ground on cinder blocks or a pad or whatever. I have an actual slab foundation under mine, and the insulation is great. It's great, but I live in a uh, northern climate. We have some brutal, cold, snowy winters, and I've found that no matter how well insulated, my home is, the floors get kind of cold in the winter. So hence the area rug that I put down. But it's my intention to carpet the entire, anywhere that can be carpeted, I want to carpet because it affords, there's the insulation or the carpet padding that allows for an insulation factor. And I've noticed that because I've done it in both my bedrooms, the two bedrooms, and the difference between walking from a hard floor in the winter into a carpeted room, it's night and day. And I don't like cold feet. So let's see if I'll come to the hallway and I'll do a pan through the living room, sitting room. It's my home is 16 feet wide. 16 feet wide and 70 feet long. And I think the square footage, living space square footage, I think is, what did they say? It was somewhere between 700 and 900 square feet, something like that. But I'm a single dude, man. It'd be ideal for a couple with a child. I have two bedrooms. I'm not trying to sell my house. I'm just giving you guys an idea of what mobile home living is like. Downsizing. It's very affordable to heat and cool. I have a 13,000 BTU air conditioner for the summer, and it gets very hot in Maine. 13,000 BTU air conditioner that cools off this entire place. And I use oil heat during the winter. My tank is 275 gallons, and I'll on average go through a tank and a half for the roughly 6 month heating season, which is extremely economical. It's forced hot air. There's a furnace, and I'll show that to you as I walk through. This room here is the spare room. It was, until about 3 months ago, completely gutted. I was using this room as a workspace for my tools and saws and the work that I was doing on other parts of the house. But about 3 months ago, 2 months ago, I had the time and the ability and the resources to finish it. So as I mentioned, carpeting, forced hot air. You have the air blowing, the hot air blowing in. I could hook up an air conditioner to that very easily, but it's the cost of the air conditioner. Again, new windows. That window I did trim out. If you look closely, you can see around the window. I did trim that window out from the inside. But this room was gutted and holes in the walls, and it was right down to the subfloor. Painted, did a little bit of accent wallpapering. My turtle pillow, I love that. That's a lot of fun. But this is a brand new bedroom, very clean. Still has that new car smell. That mirror on the bed, I still want to hang that, but decent sized closet. That right there, that crack in the wall, there is, believe it or not, living in Maine, I live on a fault line, believe it or not. There is a small fault line, and that was from last summer. There was a mild earthquake, and that crack in the wall is from that. It's a joint, it's a seam in the drywall. But now, and a lot of the things now are unfinished, but they are cosmetic things. Putting flooring down, something, stripping up the old wood floor, putting down carpet, whatever, blah de da de da. And there's areas that need cosmetic to be painted, but it's just paint. You know what I mean? So here we go. This floor is right down to the subfloor, and I just painted it white. This is, back up, that's a forced hot air heating unit. Everything inside there is new. I rebuilt that. New motor, new blower. The burn chamber was in very good shape. But that's like good to go, man. You're talking, you'll get, as long as I maintain it and I treat it nice, it'll last me for 10, 15, 20 years. But you have to maintain it on a yearly basis. That's oil, heat. One of the things about oil heat that many people don't know is that heating oil is diesel fuel. And the way that I have it hooked up is so I'm not tied into an oil company where, oh, no, we're going to only deliver 100 gallons or a minimum, or we're not going to, you can use diesel fuel for heating oil. It's the same exact thing. I don't know about any other country or any other place, but the difference between the two is the only difference between diesel fuel and heating oil is they add a dye, a pink or reddish dye to heating oil, diesel fuel, for taxation purposes. That's heating oil, that's diesel fuel. But diesel fuel is, so I'm not reliant on a heating company to come and fill my tank. I can fill my tank, it's a little time consuming, but I can fill it up with fuel tanks with diesel fuel. The plumbing in this house, and I'm going to go into the bathroom, washer dryer hookup. I'm not crazy about, like having that right there out in the hallway. I'd prefer it if it was in a closet or enclosed, but I have a washer and a dryer and it, whatever. The plumbing in this place was something extensive because the man who abandoned this place abandoned it, and it went through 2 winters. So there was a lot of water. A lot of the plumbing underneath the house popped split, froze, cracked. That was a rather large expense. I had to actually pay plumbers to come in and replumb the house. That was $2,700, and they were here for 3 days, 3 full days replumbing the house. But it's all new plumbing under the house. The water supply lines, everything leading to the sinks and the shower and the bathtub and the toilet and et cetera, et cetera. It's all brand new. That was a pretty big expense, and it was time consuming, 3 full days, 24 hours, 8, 16, 24, 3 days. So that was a larger expense. I could have done that myself, but it would have taken me much, much longer than just hiring somebody to do it. Again, the bathroom, much like the kitchen, was demolished. Um, Brand new window, but as you can see, I have that towel there. It's kind of redneck, but the I just haven't. I have a curtain there. I just haven't found a curtain to match my shower curtain. So I have a towel there, but don't judge. All right. There's that, and but I didn't do the trim, but the windows are new. Um, New toilet, new vanity. The one that gets me, and this is a big expense. This will be a big expense. This is absolutely disgusting, gross. My shower stall is it's like, structurally it's in great shape structurally, but it's nasty looking. It's 1988. That's the year of my house, and like why they use two different colors is beyond me. But anyway, to replace this shower stall and the plumbing work, crawling under the house, et cetera, any damage that I might find, water damage that I might find, repairing the floor, repairing the wall. I'm looking probably at doing it solo on my own is probably a week's worth of work, and the expense. I've priced them out, and for a new shower stall, surround, whatever, what I want is about $2,000 just for materials. Um, so when the time comes and I have the time to do it, that's one of my plans. But it's clean. It's ugly. It's gross looking, but it's clean. Um, Definitely got a thing for palm trees, the Caribbean. Hello, everybody. Palm trees. Yes, I love palm trees. More palm trees. And this is like the master bedroom. These doors too, they're gross, but they paint well. Scuff them up, sand them, and it's like a hard. I don't know what I would. They're almost like plastic coated, but they're actually quite durable. They're like heavy duty doors. Strangely heavy for a mobile home, but anyway, they paint up well. This room again, just kind of backing up, staring straight down the hallway. This hallway is like gross, and it doesn't matter what kind of lighting. What I want to do, I'll get to the bedroom in a moment, but this hallway is very dark and like, I don't know, it's like dungeness. But where that painting is right there, I'd like to install another window to bring some light into this hallway. Um, but walking down the hall, this room was gutted. It was demolished. So right down to the subfloor. The walls were in rough shape. Everything. The light fixtures, everything, man. This guy, he demolished this place. It's like he went through the home with a sledgehammer and a baseball bat and just like he destroyed it. This room was painted pink too. Everything was painted pink. He must have gotten like a deal on a 5-gallon pail of pink paint. But this is the bedroom. This was completely demolished. These big, giant sliding closet doors, and right behind, like where that bureau is, that's the. I don't know. It'd be easy to show you, I think. That's where the water heater is. There is a door. There is a door that closes that in, but I prefer to leave it open, because it allows for air circulation around the water heater, like primarily during the winter. That's a brand new water heater, 45 gallon, 50 gallon water heater. I got that for free. It was gently used. It was only about a year old. I took that out of a demolished home. Um, and these things, like I'm no, maybe, I have it's like on a do it yourself, a DIY thing. A lot of these things, you guys, you can do yourself. Truly, you can do yourself. If you follow a YouTube video, make sure you shut the power off if you're working on something electrical. Oh, yeah. All right, so my capture is going to end soon. But I paid 3,000 American dollars for this place because they were going to demolish it. And I just had my property assessment and it came back at $48,000. So if you're ever considering downsizing, micro living, a mobile home, I'm telling you, the monies or resources that you have that you'd rather, hey, I want to go travel, or I want to do this, or I want to do that. The affordability of a mobile home, leisure home. I don't know what it's called in other parts of the world, but it's very affordable, you guys. So something maybe if you're interested in, don't be afraid to check it out. With that being said, I will flip the camera around. I don't know if I'm going to get a good capture on this. Peace that surpasses all understanding. Have a wonderful day, and we'll chat soon. I'm out.